Hey YouTube, Matty Daddy 12, Team JMT, coming to you guys with my latest segment. I'm going to call this one You Rule. And what it is there's been a lot of people putting out ruling videos, and I'm kind of wanting to follow suit and putting out my own ruling videos. However, I'm not wanting to just give you guys the rulings for each scenario. What I'm wanting to do is to give you guys the scenario, and then for you to make a response video with the correct response or with the correct rulings for each scenario. Now I'm going to give you 3 scenarios in this video, and for the people who I feel give me the best response video to these with the correct answers, I'm going to give you guys shout outs. I've had a lot of people just requesting shout outs, and I don't like giving just shout outs to anybody and everybody. I'd like for you to actually earn these, and I want to give shout outs to people that are educated in the game and know what's going on. So I want a response video with the correct ruling for all 3 scenarios, and make it the most entertaining. And I'll be giving a shout out and a focus on segment on that person. So here we go, guys. This is scenario 1. Player 1 and player 2. Player 1 activates mind control, wanting to take control of player 2's Gale. Player 2 activates Forbidden Lance on his Gale. Chain resolves, nothing happens, pretty much. Gale stays over here, but stays unaffected by spells and traps for the turn. Player 1 summons Junk Synchron, targets Doppel Warrior from the graveyard, and then synchros into a 5. He goes into Junk Warrior. Then gains his 2 tokens from the Doppel Warrior. Now, player 1 then declares an attack from Junk Warrior on Gale. Player 2 then wants to activate Icarus Attack, tributing Gale and destroying Junk Warrior and one of the random tokens. The question here now is, player 2 able to tribute Gale for Icarus Attack, since Gale has been Forbidden Lanced, and Forbidden Lance states that he's unaffected by spells and traps for the remainder of this turn. So that's scenario 1, guys. Now let's move on into scenario 2. Alright guys, here's scenario 2. Player 1 has Thunder King YuGiOh on board. Player 2 has Sangan and 2 back row. Player 1's Thunder King declares an attack on Sangan. Player 2 responds to the attack with Shrink, targeting YuGiOh. Player 1 responds from his hand Lance during his turn, of course targeting his YuGiOh. Chain Link 2. Player 2 then, Chain Link 3, activates a second Shrink, targeting the YuGiOh. So as this chain resolves, what happens to the battle? That's scenario 2. Now let's move on to scenario 3. Alright guys, here's scenario 3. We have player 1 with an empty field, player 2 with 1 back row. Player 1 summons Scrap Beast. Player 2 activates Bottomless Trap Hole. Player 1 then chains from his hand Scrap Storm, targeting the Scrap Beast. Now this chain will resolve, destroying Scrap Beast, and Bottomless Trap Hole misses the Scrap Beast then. At that point, Scrap Beast is destroyed by Scrap Storm, and player 1 wishes to activate Scrap Beast and add Scrap Chimera to his hand. However, he also has Meklord Emperor Granel in his hand and wishes to activate his effect also to special summon. So, can he special summon Granel and still activate Scrap Beast and add Scrap Chimera to his hand? Does Granel miss timing? Does Scrap Beast miss timing? If his opponent responds, does one or the other miss timing? So there you go, guys. There's scenario 3. So now what I'm looking for you to do is to make a response video giving me the correct answer to all 3 scenarios, and then make it the most entertaining as possible. And whichever one I find the most entertaining of all the response videos, I will give you guys a shout out. So I appreciate it, guys. Go out there and make your videos, subscribe, comment down below, and show us how much you love us.